Welcome back to the GameSpot stage here at E3 2016, brought to you by Airheads Bytes. Joining Tamora and I to talk a little bit about Xbox Design Lab is Monique. Welcome to the stage.
Thank you.
So this is a brand new initiative for Xbox. We've never really been able to customize your controllers to this kind of degree before. Where did that come from? Like, whose idea was it? How long ago?
Well, it's been like a crazy journey, which actually this idea has come up over and over for the past like 3 or 4 years. But never before have we been able to get like sort of all of the pieces together to do this very like front end, like customization experience all the way through to the back end manufacturing to be able to deliver these kind of custom designs straight to people's doors. So it's been brought up a number of times, but this particular time it's been about 16 months since I've been working on this. So over a year. Yeah, we first started by just going out and talking to fans about how they would like to customize their controllers, right. What the best ways to do that might be. And it turns out that color is something that really resonates with everyone.
And you're actually an industrial designer, right?
Yeah.
So what does that mean for people who might not know what an industrial designer is, and how does that transfer over, being able to give us these cool looking controllers?
Well, industrial design is like design for mass production. So it's sort of like where sculpture and color and materials meets engineering. So it's this like super cool blend of like art and science, right. I guess. That's yeah. So this is one aspect of industrial design, but like a typical industrial designer like would design the whole product.
Right.
Yeah.
So you said that the big thing that fans were clamoring for was color. How do you kind of decide on what sort of shades to go down? Like, not like was it within a certain kind of palette of color? Was it just really bright ones you wanted to get your attention? How do you decide?
Well, it was interesting because we wanted to do a really broad palette that allowed any of our like diverse fans to express any type of story or any type of vision that they wanted to. But then at the same time, we wanted to make sure that everything really hung together and looked good together. So it's definitely a lot of work, like developing the specific pigments. We know that people love color for different reasons. Like some people just like, they have their favorite color. It might be pink. You love pink. You want everything in pink, and you're just psyched to make a pink controller. Or it might be related to a game you play. You might drive a blacked out car. You might play Forza, and you just want to black out your controller. Yeah, and it might just be something cool that you've seen. So we wanted to provide options for everyone. And so some of the colors that are more popular, like blue, we have three different blues. So you can do a dark neutral. You can do like the super bright sporty photon blue, or you can do more of a pastel blue, and they work great together, but then they also work great with the other accent colors. Yeah, green was also a big one for us. It's an important,
obviously the Xbox
green
color.
Yeah, so we have 2 greens.
I think the best thing about it is that like people are already creating color schemes. Yeah. Like I've seen a whole range of Overwatch color schemes to suit every character, which is amazing for me because I'm hopeless at making cool looking things. Like we've got some amazing. Everything I make is disgusting and gross. It's like why is this like a booger green controller, and why would I ever want this? But like there's like we've got a gallery up on our website already of just like game specific stuff and like theme specific stuff, and like being able to express yourself and have a controller that's uniquely your own it's a cool thing that everyone can get behind. Like you never really know that you want a colored controller until you hold it in your hand and it says your name on there, like XX Pro Sniper 10 or whatever it is, and you're like, yep.
Right.
Can we take a close look at the ones you brought with you?
Yeah, I just brought a few examples of the kinds of things that you can build. Yeah, so this is just an example of 2 blues that look great together. A bright orange, Yeah, I thought orange might be like a big color for this year. Yeah. And it's like a super bright, vibrant orange. We've got grays, blues, blacks, whites, like a lot of neutrals, and then some really fun pop colors.
It looks like the actual names on here are generated by the same generator that we use for gamer tags. So like Storm Yeti.
New Sasquatch.
What's that one?
This one's
pirate dropout. Like all pirates are probably dropouts, to be fair.
So you get a chance to write what's on your controller, right?
Yeah.
What is that? I'm assuming there'll be no obscenities. How long does that list run to make sure that people don't just sort of?
Yeah, it's actually the same engine that we use to check text as we use on the gamer tags.
All right, so
it's an automated.
Okay. Right, so it's 16 characters, so you can put your gamer tag on it or a message. They make great gifts.
Yeah.
I heard so many stories just working the booth and talking to people like over the past year. Someone was just saying to me yesterday, like, when my roommate plays, he gets angry, and I always ask him, "Are you angry? Are you angry?" So I'm gonna make him a controller and say, "Are you angry?" It's like everybody has their little personal things, and it's like super fun to just top the controller off with something personal.
But it's not just the color that you can change. You can also change the colors of like the face buttons, everything to do with that.
Oh right, I didn't know that. So the individual face buttons are also customizable.
Right. So you can do the top and side cases, bottom case, front area with the triggers. You can do thumbsticks, D-pads, ABXY, and view menu. So there are 15 colors. For the main parts, there's a subset of 8 of those colors for the thumbsticks, and then ABXY and view menu. There's 5 and 4 options.
So is this the new controller that was unveiled with the Xbox One S?
Yes.
Is this going to be retroactively put into like the original Xbox One controller, and is it going to work with the Elite controller?
This controller is compatible with all of the game systems, and this is the controller that was just announced. It's the one with the grip on it and the Bluetooth, audio jack, everything.
I think it's what's for people who play in like competitive tournaments, it might be an idea to create like the most obnoxious looking one to psych out their opponent. Like go in there with like a red fiery one and just constantly wave it in front of their face as you're trying to play. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get a horrendous looking one to psych out my opponents. But obviously you can get some cool looking ones too.
Right. Or team colors.
Yep. But there also were, we also saw a look at the brand new Gears of War controller. I assume Xbox is still going to be releasing game-specific ones. Is there going to be any crossover with these ones?
I guess we'll have to see how the system develops. We've put the color out there as our platform, and we're just waiting to see what the reaction is, which I think it's going to be great based on what I've been hearing at the show. But yeah, we're waiting to see how things sort of work out, and then we'll figure out what comes next. I think the possibilities are endless, and people are going to find their own creative ways to use the system.
I mean, there's a big like audience and a market out there for like decals and that kind of stuff. So is that something you guys have thought about in the future? I'd love to be able to put my own little stickers and designs on there as well.
Yeah, we've definitely thought about it. I can't like really disclose any future plans, but it's all there are a lot of different ways to take this. So, yeah.
Is there any scope for maybe expanding it to the Xbox One box console itself? I mean, because you got the PlayStation 4, you can have faceplates, which is a kind of customization. But if this seems like the first step, people love it when things are customized for themselves, right?
Right. Well, we're seeing how this goes, and we're looking for people's feedback, and then we'll figure out what makes the best business sense. But we love delivering the products or the visions that the fans want. So I think the more people are asking for things, the more likely it is that we're gonna be able to execute on those.
So what you're saying is to start a petition.
Yeah. Okay. Start a riot.
I'll get on that. I'll get right on that. Okay.
Start a petition. Change.org.
Change.org.
Yeah. So the customization software is the interactive experience is super easy and super intuitive, and I don't know if so you have gotten a chance to try it out.
I have, yeah. I think everyone here has created their own unique one, and I think they were available to try it at the Microsoft event earlier, where I did try and make some, but promptly got kicked off by someone with more artistic talent than me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So from creation to shipping to delivery, how long is that process estimated to take? I assume it's not launching for a little bit, so there will be a backlog, right?
At the moment, if you pre-order, you will receive your controller in September. But after this pre-order window is over, it will be 14 days between pressing order and having it delivered to your doorstep.
Okay.
That's actually
not too bad.
It's pretty
custom built, right?
It's pretty great for getting your own custom build of the controller. It's pretty amazing.
And in terms of pricing, do you know how much it kind of?
Yeah, it's $79.99, and it's an extra $9.99 for the engraving.
Awesome. Very cool.
What kind of things, were there other things that you maybe wanted to change about the controller with this program that maybe weren't applicable to like a mass market kind of engineering project?
Well, we settled on we kind of started the program just looking for the best way to offer a customization platform. And we settled on color because it's something that that really resonates with everyone.
Right.
It's like we have this super diverse fan base playing all sorts of games, different genders, different ages, into different things. But like everyone that we talk to has this like emotional, visceral response to color. So it just seemed like the best, like most broad way to reach everyone.
You've got a whole bunch of colors here, but do you think that you'll be maybe continuing to add more to them, or is this kind of like the set color scheme?
I think as time goes on, we'll have to take a look at the colors and keep up with just sort of the culture and trends, and I think this is probably going to be an evolving business for us.
You must have done some research at some point to find out what the most popular color is. Can you finally settle that debate?
Oh yeah.
Is it green?
I definitely know that in the Xbox community there's an affinity for green.
Yeah, I thought so.
But the most popular color, it seems it always bubbles up as blue.
Oh really?
Yeah, people love blue.
It's a calming kind of color. So when you're playing Gears of War and just seeing stuff explode in front of you, just have a look down.
You just kind of look down.
Recenter yourself.
Yeah.
Remember where you are in life, and then carry on like
right. Or you can do red and black.
Red and black if you want to channel some of that fury and kind of
It's kind of like. Are Xbox not concerned at all that they're moving away from like their core branding?
Yeah, that's kind of interesting.
It was a big discussion in our studio. Should we do this or should we not do this? But it kind of just comes down to doing things for the fans and like appreciating the fact that like people love to express themselves. People find different ways to do it. It's like the way you speak, the people, the activities you participate in, the clothes you wear, the products you surround yourselves with, and our products they're super important to some people. They're like a big part of people's lives. So just kind of creating a platform out of our products, like a platform for expression. We just kind of came around as a design studio to understand that like that's something really, really special and something that we want to be part of. So yes and no.
Yeah. What I'm thinking is like in the future, if you could sort of the way you can create custom decals and things, I could sort of see that as the next thing that maybe you guys end up doing with this, because that seems like a really cool opportunity for people to express themselves even more if this takes off, and it already looks like it has by the reaction, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely been a conversation. We've definitely talked about things like that, but I couldn't say that anything's for sure. We're kind of seeing how this goes, and then
so you can pre-order now, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, so you can go on to xboxdesignlab.xbox.com and design your own controller, and you can save it. You can save it to a gallery, or you can save it to any, through social media, and you can order at any time. That's one super cool part of the customization site, is that you can go into the community gallery and you can see what people have created. You can be inspired, and you can start from there. So you can start from a blank controller if you just want a clean slate, and if you need a bit of inspiration, you can start from something that's been created in the community and then kind of make it your own.
How long is that pre-order window? When do you anticipate you'll be closing it?
I think it's sometime in September that I close. Cool. I don't know the exact date.
Right.
Monique, personally, what color controller would you create? Going through the lab, what would you do?
I've made so many of them. And then there was a formal beta that came through the group, and I decided to make one for my son, and he's 5, and he loves to race a yellow car. He loves to play Forza, so I didn't make one for myself, but I made one for him, and it was like super fun to just think about what he would like and what's like appropriate for him. Yeah, so that's the one that I've kind of created to take home. It's yellow and gray. It's got a little engraving on it.
Awesome.
I think I might replicate this because it's making me feel at peace.
You feel calm.
I might just keep this. Sorry, Monique.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. Obviously, it goes. When will we be receiving the first batch of controllers out in the wild?
So the first batch in the wild should be in September.
Okay.
Anybody
Awesome.
that pre-orders now should get their controllers in September.
Awesome. Thank you
So
so much for
great
joining us.
gifts. Thank you.
All right. And for more coverage from this year's E3, of course, make sure you stay tuned to GameSpot.com.